Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to my new sacred space. Hope you enjoy this reading. We're going to look at what May 2025 has to bring. Okay, so let's get a card that represents the overall energy for May 2025. Okay, Spirit, what did you bring me? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So new earthly beginnings, possibly around finances, a new job. Okay. But you're building roots. As you can see the roots coming down here. You hold it gently in your hand. I feel like a gentleness around some sort of idea. Okay, you're not sure fully how to go about it in May, but there is a solid vision of how you want to go about something. Like the vision is there, but how to bring it to reality is another story. Okay. We also got the Four of Wands. Oh, a celebration of some sort. Perhaps it is a new job, okay? But yes, Four of Wands. Interesting. But there's something to be celebrated for sure in May. So that's the overall feel. Okay, some sort of celebration accompanied by some sort of new beginning. And sometimes with Pentacles, it's more of an earthly element. So again, it could be job, home, money, finances, you know, within that range. All right. So let's look at some blessings that Spirit has for you for May. What do you have for Aquarius in May? Oh boy. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3? Did one fall? Oh, okay. So we have the Hangman in reverse. Okay. Seeing it from your perspective is what's key here. You'll be blessed with that, it being in reverse. When the Hangman is right side up, he's upside down and seeing things from a very different perspective, right? The complete opposite. But since you got it in reverse, your personal perception on something is a blessing for you in May. It might give you clarity of how to go about this Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning. Okay, but just keep that in mind. There's a blessing coming in for you around your perception on something. You don't need other people's opinions or thoughts or them adding their 2 cents. Okay? Well, at least in May. 3 of Swords. Okay, so for some reason, there's been a painful emotional experience that either happened before May or is coming up in May. And it is a blessing in disguise, okay? Let's pull a card for that. Let's go a little deeper. What is this 3 of Swords circling, Spirit? Extremes, okay? This is a hot, passionate card, okay? Whenever I pull this one, it always feels like hot and cold or negative and positive, black and white, like 2 different opposing sides that come together so well. But also when they don't come together, it's like a destroyer of worlds, right? Like it either works or it doesn't. There's no in between with whatever this 3 of Swords is, okay? That causes you heartache. It's very extreme and intense, okay? And somehow feeling this heartache is a blessing in May for you, okay? So just keep that in mind. you also have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so emotional new beginnings. So perhaps you're going to have to leave some sort of extreme energy in the past to make way for new emotional beginnings. Okay, because your heart feels like it's on reset. It might be that your heart has been broken into a million pieces and you've sewn it back together like this man has in the picture here. His heart has been, ripped apart, right? And he's slowly sewn it back together over time in this image. And it being right beside the Ace of Cups tells me that you're working through some really heavy energy, emotional energy. And there's a blessing of a new beginning coming in, okay, to replace this extreme energy. All right, so just keep that in mind as well. Didn't see that one coming. All right, what about challenges for Aquarius? Okay. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is definitely an energy surrounding Aquarius. Okay? They match very well, Queen of Swords traits and Aquarius, okay? The challenge here is to, get back to yourself. That's what I'm saying. Your perception on some situation is what's key here. Okay, that's why it's a blessing for you in May. And it connects to this card of the Queen of Swords. She is the truth teller. She cuts through the illusion with her clear mind, okay, and ability to rise above heavy emotional trauma, okay? So the challenge here is to draw on your own natural Aquarius energy, okay, in the month of May. And I think, again, that's circling around this heartache. All right, and then also you got the Five of Wands. Okay, interesting. There needs to be some sort of fighting warrior spirit to reach some sort of goal, to test your own personal limits, to reach this fiery flame, whatever that looks like for you. But let's go a little deeper with this Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands a challenge? I mean, it's a challenge card in itself because it asks you to embrace conflict or to embrace testing your own limits, I guess. Maybe not testing conflict if it's, unhealthy, but testing your own personal power to reach something. Okay, so, no, that's too many. Let's see. Here we go. Time to go. Okay, that's a very blunt message. So have that warrior spirit surrounding truth in some manner. Have that warrior spirit with having the strength to move on from this Three of Swords and the extremes that it brings, the heartache that it brings, okay? Interesting. Okay, Spirit, what can help with this challenge? Time to go energy. Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. You're freer than you think, okay? And there's this weird picture coming to me with like here in the image, there's white and black she's got coming from her hands. And it kind of reminds me of the Three of Swords and this Ace of Cups, okay? So there's something about integrating these two or learning to work with both of them that'll create the Wheel of Fortune to move in your favor. You're creating your own sacred direction for yourself as you take time to see the truth in some matter, and time to go and actually walk that path to leaving this heavy, extreme energy in the past. The wheel will turn for you, okay? But there's something about this black and white energy representing past and future being integrated together, okay? At one time, like I said, endings and beginnings kind of live within very close quarters of each other. Like as one thing leaves our life, something new is always coming in, right? So, and it's very difficult to sometimes work with both energies at the same time. Okay, so there's just a side note of integration of past and future. All right, if that makes sense. And let's finish with a power card. What power card is good for Aquarius in May? Bear Spirit of Healing. It's a beautiful card. Okay, with bears and this Five of Wands, okay, there's a connection here of having that warrior spirit, okay, while working through this broken heart that you are working on mending. But having that bear-like spirit, okay, courageous, and protective energy for yourself will help with the healing process, all right? So bear spirit is with you through this difficult time in May. All right, and we'll close the reading with an old saying. What's a good old saying for Aquarius? Got a little bit of a challenge coming up in May for them. Okay, what do we get here? Practice makes perfect. Okay. As our hearts kind of get broken from some of the harder experiences we go through life, right? I feel like our heart grows stronger, even with the tough experiences, okay? So even though you're dealing with something that feels like your heart has been ripped in two, okay? Or in three pieces in this picture, metaphorically, I feel like Spirit is telling you, practice dealing with this difficult energy has strengthened your soul and ability to heal and move past this challenge in life so that you don't have to repeat it again, all right? Because remember, there's also some sort of celebration coming up in May as well, and new beginnings for yourself, okay? Anyway, Aquarius, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoy the month of May. And I hope to see you guys in the next one, okay? Take care. Bye.